that's amazing. And so is this.
Here's an ordinary town with an ordinary hair salon. And they're pretty busy today. Luckily, this guy doesn't look like he'll take much time.
What'll it be today, sir? A no back and sides?
Wait, hold on. What's this?
This is Sam Hairy Smith. I've no idea how he got his nickname, but he's Britain's hairiest man.
Yes, he may be bald up top, but boy does he make up for it everywhere else.
Sam is covered in thick body hair that measures up to 15 centimetres long. He shampoos and conditions his chest to keep it soft and has to use 4 towels to dry himself after every shower.
Whoa!
Now, we all lose hair, but whereas most of us lose fewer than 100 strands a day, Sam loses up to 300. That's 3 times more.
Well, he's got plenty to spare.
Now that's amazing. Wow, that's amazing. And so's this.
An ordinary high street in an ordinary town full of ordinary people.
But one man here has an extraordinary power.
Is it the ability to get away with wearing a lilac shirt?
No, although he does do that as well. No, his extraordinary power lies behind those sunglasses. Take that!
Oh, no.
And that!
How did you do that? Oh, are you serious? No, I can't.
Wondering what all the fuss is about? Well, check this out.
This is Antonio Popeye Francis. Can't imagine where he got that nickname from, but you may have seen him on Britain's Got Talent.
Antonio first discovered he could pop his eyes out when he was 7 years old.
Combing my hair, I had a big afro, and as I pulled the comb, it got stuck in my hair. And as I pulled it, my left eye just popped out on its own.
So how does Antonio's amazing body do this?
Behind our eyes lie 6 muscles controlling the movement of our eyeballs. Antonio has the amazing ability to contract these muscles, pushing his eyeballs out.
He can do it up to 200 times without needing a rest, and he reckons they come out a whopping 12.3 millimetres.
Now that's amazing. Wow, that's amazing. And so's this.
This is South London, a deserted urban landscape and a stage to showcase something spectacular. Fancy a stroll up into the air? There are no wires and this isn't trick photography. It's all skill and some ridiculously impressive muscles.
Meet Tim Livewire Sheath. He's the world champion freerunner and he has an amazing body.
Tim first started freerunning when he was 16 years old. Tim is a professional, so don't even think about trying this at home, or outside the home, or anywhere.
Before I start a new run, I'll always go and check every piece of equipment. That's very important, safety first. We'll check every wall that it's grippy, there's no loose bricks.
Look, he's like Spider-Man.
It's very important to us that we don't damage the environment we go into.
Did you know Tim is one of the few freerunners in the world able to control a one-handed handstand?
So how does Tim's body defy gravity?
To raise his entire body weight into the air, it's the massively mighty deltoids in Tim's shoulders.
Inside Tim's leg, he has developed stupendously strong quadriceps, the 4 muscles on the front of your thigh.
And his speciality, the human flag.
A move which requires crazily powerful abdominal and lateral muscles to raise his legs high in the air. Now that's amazing.
Wow, that's amazing. And so's this.
Into a darkened room steps a man, but this is no ordinary man. So what makes him so special?
Is it the red hair?
No, Chris.
Is it the shades?
No, Chris.
Is it the sword?
Well, almost. In fact, this man is hiding an amazing body. Yes, meet the mighty Gareth, and he has mastered the art of swallowing a sword.
Sword swallowing is a skill that takes years of practice and training.
So don't ever try this at home, because it would actually kill you.
When Gareth swallows his sword, it goes down his throat all the way into his stomach, narrowly missing his heart and lung.
In fact, if he made even one mistake, he'd be dead.
And there's even more to this skill than precision. To do this amazing trick, Gareth has to make his body fight its natural desire to reject the sword.
The gag reflex at the back of the throat there, that makes you just want to be sick.
Yes, I feel that just watching. And it's taken Gareth years to learn how to manoeuvre the sword past the vital organs in his body safely.
The hardest bit is relaxing while doing something which is totally unrelaxing.
You can say that again.
I'm not sure he can with that sword in his mouth.
And in case you thought it was all a big trick, it isn't.
Now that's amazing.
That's amazing, and so's this.
An ordinary town with ordinary people. Well, except for one person. But what makes him so special?
Can I have an ice cream, please?
A lot of people like ice cream, Chris. Oh, is it that he's gone for boring vanilla when he could have had mint chocolate chip?
Oh, look forward to this all day.
No, in fact, this man is hiding an amazing body.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Make it stop! Make it stop!
This is Stephen Taylor, and he has the world's longest tongue. How long, you ask?
Well, I was just about to.
Well, his record-breaking tongue measures a massive 10 centimetres from the tip to his lip. That's as long as a sausage. So what's it like having such a long tongue?
The advantages of having a long tongue, well, I can eat a yoghurt without using a spoon, so it saves on the washing up.
So I think you may still have to wash that beard.
But although lizard-tongued Stephen could probably lap up an ice cream quicker than you, don't worry, you're not missing out when it comes to flavour. Because taste buds don't just live on your tongue. In fact, they're also at the back of your throat.
Kilo for kilo, the tongue is the strongest muscle in the human body, which makes Stephen's liquor the heavyweight champion of the tongue world.
Now that's amazing.
That's amazing, and so's this.
In an ordinary city, high above the streets, lies a deserted urban playground awaiting a prime performance. Ready to see some serious skills?
This is John Farnworth, and he's a football freestyling genius.
He holds 5 world records and can do 107 shin keepy-uppies in a minute.
His specialities also include
Toe keepy-uppies,
round the world
the side-to-side on head,
and heel keepy-uppies.
This keepy-uppy king trains for more than 40 hours a week, and he's completed the London Marathon whilst keeping the ball in the air.
So how does John's amazing body do this?
Believe it or not, the secret to John's success lies in his brain.
Certain tricks are harder than others, but they all require a lot of concentration to do.
When it comes to the brain, up front is the big lad, the cerebrum. That's what allows you to think, make decisions, and learn.
The cerebrum houses the motor cortex. It's the midfield maestro, pulling all the strings, telling our muscles to move when we want them to.
And playing at the back, there's the cerebellum, crucial for balance and coordination. It's the big match player with a vital role in everything you're seeing right now.
Now that's amazing. Amazing. And so's this.
An ordinary town with ordinary people.
Hang on, who's that?
He's a superhero, Xand.
Wow! What's his special power? No, wait, let me guess. Leg warmers. Is it ballet?
No, Xand.
Ah, a mat. It's yoga.
Not exactly. Don't worry, you're about to find out why this man has an amazing body.
Oh, I get it. He's an amazingly bad dancer.
No, wait for it.
What? Did he just do what I think he did? He's going to be so embarrassed.
Xand, this is Mr. Methane, and he's a super, well, you get the idea. Trumping is something we all do, but Mr. Methane has mastered the art of controlling it. So he can let one rip as and when he wants to.
What I'm doing is I'm expanding the sphincter muscle
That's a muscle in your bum.
I'm raising the diaphragm, and that draws air in. And then I contract the sphincter muscle, and I push it out.
He first discovered he could do this amazing trick when he was 15 years old.
I have to keep, I suppose you would say, farting fit.
Breaking wind is a release of gas,
Including, you've guessed it, methane.
from the air we swallow when we eat and chemical reactions that happen in our guts.
And their smell depends on what you've eaten. Cauliflower and meat making some of the stinkiest.
Obviously, always practice in a well-ventilated room.
Now that's amazing. That's amazing. And so's this. An ordinary warehouse full of boxes.
I can see that, Chris.
And this is a clear plastic box.
Again, I can see that. But what's it doing here? And who's this?
You'll see, she's hiding an amazing body skill.
She's very bendy.
She is indeed, and you're about to find out what she can do. Now, you'll notice she's a lot bigger than that box.
Ooh. Is she gonna... No, she's not, is she?
Yes, she is. This is Delia Dussault, and she's a contortionist, a professional acrobatic performer who's trained herself to fit into unbelievably small spaces.
So how does Delia's amazing body do this?
Well, inside Delia's limbs, she has super stretchy ligaments. That's the soft tissue that holds our bones together. Although she was born this way, Delia trains hard every day to make sure her ligaments remain flexible.
But this isn't something to try at home.
It's fine to practice flexible moves at home, but I wouldn't recommend squeezing yourself into small spaces.
That's because if you get it wrong, you can get stuck and seriously injure yourself. In fact, there are very few people in the world able to bend their bodies this way, and it takes years of training and practice to achieve a body skill like this. Now that's amazing, and so's this. Lunchtime in an ordinary street, in an ordinary town. But in this town lives an extraordinary person.
This man's name is Neil. Can you guess why he's amazing?
Does he have the loudest yodel in England?
Nope. Have a look at him. Well, maybe with other people. You see, Neil's the tallest man in the UK. He's 232.6 centimetres tall. That's half a metre taller than your average British man. He wears size 15 shoes and he weighs 159 kilos.
Being tall makes Neil very popular. Look at all these people. See how happy they are.
Even the traffic wardens want to be his friend. No parking tickets for Neil.
You know, my brother's 6'9", my sister's 6'3". You know, my grandfather back in the old days was, 6'7".
So it runs in the family. Hang on, these window cleaners need some help.
I'm just naturally tall.
The top of that window has never been so clean, and he didn't even break a sweat. Oh, mind your head.
Neil is unique, but as you grow, it's the bones in your legs that will make the most difference to your height as an adult. They will grow at each end, and your individual DNA will tell them how long to grow.
It's nice to be different, and if you use your differences to be an advantage, the sky's the limit.
And Neil should know he's a lot nearer the sky than we are. Now that's...
And so is this.
An ordinary gym with ordinary weights and ordinary people lifting them.
Well, except one person.
This man may hold the world record for the most weight squat lifted in 24 hours, but he's also got an even more amazing body skill than that.
Is that a hot water bottle?
Yep, and just wait to see what he can do with it. This is Shawn Jones, and he has mastered the unusual art of blowing up hot water bottles until they... explode. That is one powerful set of lungs.
It certainly is.
Shawn holds the world record for the fastest hot water bottle burst.
But why? Why does he do it?
I first started to do the hot water bottle bursting as a training program to enhance my training power.
Blowing up a thick plastic hot water bottle is 50 times more difficult than blowing up a party balloon. So, how does Shawn's amazing body do this?
Well, although he makes it look easy, Shawn has the incredible ability to expand his lungs more than the average person, filling them with loads more air. And then, the super strong muscles in his chest, diaphragm and tummy means that he can blow out air with so much force he can do this.
And it's taken years of training to get this quick at it.
Usually we train twice a day, morning and night, and we usually do about 3 or 4 hard water bottles per day.
People who have a large lung capacity, like Shawn, can get more oxygen into their body faster.
But don't try this yourself. It's best left to the experts.
Now that's amazing, and so's this.
An ordinary paper boy on an ordinary bike with a bag full of ordinary newspapers. Oh look, a daffodil. Yeah, that's not very interesting. So this guy likes to cycle. There's nothing amazing about that.
Oh yeah, Xand? Take a look at this. A not very ordinary road and a not very ordinary bike. Whoa! This is Dan Pullen, a junior BMX champion, the national #1. To get to be BMX champion, Dan uses the whole of his amazing body.
His brain prepares for the speed and stunts by releasing adrenaline to the muscles so they work for longer.
And boy, when you ride a bike like this, you need balance, control and power.
Nice wheelie.
He has powerful muscles on the front of his thighs that power those accelerations and flex his legs for takeoff and landings. While on the back of his thighs, his hamstrings are working hard to coordinate his knees and hips, keeping him balanced and flexible. And his calf muscles provide power for uphill scrambles.
These muscles support his upper leg and flex his feet so he can balance on the pedals.
This sport involves a lot of training and a lot of commitment, a lot of gym work with the weights and stuff like that.
Wow, Dan has skills. His whole body works together to coordinate control of the bike and power into the jumps and absorb the landings.
This week's hero, BMX boy. Now that's amazing. That's amazing, and so's this. An ordinary day in an ordinary garden. This man's making the most of the good weather.
Yep, stripy deck chair,
knotted handkerchief and bright blue shoes.
Yeah, cool shoes, Chris, but what's so amazing?
Just you watch this.
Whoa, that is stretchy.
Yep, stretchy is right. This is Gary, and he has the world's stretchiest skin.
That's a handy trick if you forget your sunglasses.
Or that one, if you don't want to be recognised.
Doesn't hurt at all. I can just pull it away as many times as I like and just naturally stretches.
But don't go trying this yourself. Gary has actually got a rare skin condition that makes his skin this stretchy.
The reason why I've got stretchy skin is because I have a lack of collagen. It's also twice as thin as normal skin.
Collagen is a type of protein in the skin. It keeps skin flexible but strong. The collagen in Gary's skin doesn't work in the same way as yours, so he can do stuff like this.
When I stretch and see people's reactions, it's quite funny, it's quite amazing. It's enabled me to travel the world doing shows all over the place, and I've really had a great time doing it.
Wow, that's amazing.
Wow, that's amazing, and so's this.
This is just an ordinary town and looks like an ordinary restaurant, but this is no ordinary man. So, what makes him so special?
Is he one of those people who can eat everything off the menu in one sitting?
Thank you.
No, Chris, but the food has got something to do with it. In fact, this man is hiding an amazing body. Wait for it.
Sorry, madam.
This is Paul Hunn, and he holds the world record for the loudest burp. He discovered this extraordinary talent when he was at school.
I used to win all the competitions in the playground, beat all the other kids. When I broke the world record, I was so proud. I just couldn't believe it. I didn't think that would come out of it.
Now, we all burp, and that's because when we eat and drink, we also swallow air, and it needs to come out.
But Paul's burps are something else.
So how does he make sure his burps are as impressive as they possibly can be?
If I'm burping, if I'm going to do an appearance or a record attempt, on the day I make sure I don't eat so I can breathe more air in. When the time comes, I just breathe my air in. I let it settle at the bottom of my stomach. As I feel it rise, I sort of open my throat and just let rip.
Paul's champion burps can reach up to 109 decibels. Just look at this decibel reader.
That's as loud as a car horn or a motorbike.
Nice work, Paul.
Now that's amazing.